Alright then, welcome to the Isle of Gaming. This has been a much delayed first episode of our Dungeons and Dragons series. I am the Dungeon Master, Cullum Coleman, and I am joined today by Aaron as Gareth, the Orcish Warlock.
Half-Orc.
Half-Orcish Warlock. We are joined also by Gwendolyn as the Eladrin Wizard Robin, Caleb as the Tiefling Rogue Caspian.
Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm dressed like a dad. I feel like a dad. Let's have a good time.
Hi, Dad.
Hey son.
And Justin as the Orcish Bard Rockchild.
I just want to play music, man.
Our scene begins, as it would so happen, on a byreme, flat-topped, sailed with the oars moving across the endless expanse of the Astral Sea. Those of you who are first coming to the island of Venzor, which would be Rockchild, Robin, and Gareth, everyone but Caspian, it seems. You have spent the last few months on this long and thankfully uneventful journey. The oars of the byreme row through space around you, and you drift across the black expanse of endless stars. This ship has been joined by a fleet of others of a variety of makes and models, following its trip from the Isle to the Feywild, where among its various realms it encountered you three. And you were able to, with some help from your friends on the island, manage to book your way into a mercenary gig and join up with your friend on the island where you are headed now. Today feels like any other day until suddenly there is a great shudder on the boat as you hit water for the first time. And now this ship, which had sailed across stars and skies, is now sailing like it would on a disk of water. Those of you that are above deck or who wish to come above deck to marvel at the sights of Venzor may do so, as you are now floating across a still glass-like plane of water towards a massive, towering stone wall ahead of you.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to be above deck and kind of get my bearings.
Yes.
I definitely want to come up deck too.
I imagine I've already been up deck, just hanging out.
All right. So with that, we're gonna have our first roll of the night from all three of you. Please give me perception checks if you could.
Oops, I didn't click perception. My bad.
Clutching in
yeah.
perception, what?
Oh my god. There we go. All right, we got some nice high rolls here. So you guys see everything. So you are approaching Venzor by what would be its northeasterly direction. Before you stands the massive white cliffs of Ansdearth, the top of which you all can make out, some better than others, a small, menacing black tower. From the rocks near which a massive chain descends into the ocean. But that is not what catches the eye of two of you, Robin and Rockchild. No, it catches the eye as you move round this massive cliff face. It is not the Great Cliff or the tower or the massive black chain, but this small island, sort of little spigot of land. You know, you could probably walk its circumference in a minute or two. There's a single tree upon this island, and a noose hanging empty.
You know, what a lovely welcome to this island. Even here they have them.
Yeah, it is a subtle nod of wrongdoing
Oh
and
my
how
god, wait.
wrongdoers might be treated on this island, put on
Hold
display
on.
seemingly for your benefit. Uh, as the ship sails round into the warm, still waters of the Bay of Black, you come round into this massive open caldera. You can see the slopes of the mountain fade away, and in the distance, the walls and parapets of the grand city of Everness, this massive metropolis that runs the island. And on the shores, at the center of this, or I guess the farthest south point of this caldera, as you sail through it, a set of docks and a bustling, lively port, devoid of ships, as the fleet with you on it comes in. This is where we come to Caspian. Caspian, you are waiting on the docks for the ship with your new friends to come in. You have been greasing the wheels for a few months now while they've been on this trip, sort of getting the Knaves of Venzor set up as a mercenary company. All the legalese, all the box ticked, all the lovely little bits of paperwork. That's been your job so far. And standing with you is a rather generic, if somewhat austere looking human male, a commander in the guards, one Horace Dale. It is at this time that a Byrene pulls up to the dock you are waiting at the base of, and a number of characters exit. And I would like to take this moment now to ask that our Knaves of Venzor each take a turn to describe their characters for each other and the audience. We will start with Caspian, who is waiting on the docks.
Well,
Yes.
Caspian is a tiefling. The most prominent features are his legs, which are very goat-like, with brown fur and a very long tail. His horns are nothing special, very short, black pieces of horn crowning his forehead, very small. He is very slender, standing around 5'8", with a very sharp-looking face and gray eyes. He's currently looking very bored, and he's picking his nails with his knife, just kind of cleaning them and not really paying too much attention.
All right. So as Caspian is standing there, people begin to disembark from this boat. A number of odd creatures, some from the Feywild, some just denizens of Venzor who have returned from their trip. And who would like to step off the boat first among the three of you?
I'll go ahead and step off the boat first. So my character is Robin, and they're kind of tall for a child. They're only about 10 years old, but they're still coming in around like 5'3". And they have dark, almost burnt orange skin. They're the embodiment of autumn right now, as in Eladrin. They have this bright orange hair, a bright red witch's hat, and a tall, dark staff, dark oak staff, with a little bat on it. It's a lesser noctile bat that's from Ireland, but they're kind of in a green and orange outfit, and holding a giant leaf, which is their grimoire. And they have red and yellow eyes. So very, very Feywild.
Who steps off after Puck or Robin? I gotta stop
Oh.
calling you by your nickname.
I know, right?
I'll go.
Spoilers.
All right, Aaron, please describe Gareth as he exits the boat.
All right, Gareth is a half orc with grayish skin, about medium length, black wavy hair. He's currently wearing his armor, and underneath is a red tunic, along with some pants. He has a scar on his arm from an incident with a boar, and he is an Archfey warlock.
All right.
And he also has purple eyes because he was also raised in the Feywild.
That's a very fun thing. And since the previous two players have failed to mention they are wearing pants, I must assume they are Donald ducking it.
Yep.
Pants do usually go without saying. Not today. All right, and that
Didn't know
leaves
we have to do that.
Pants don't exist in Venzor.
Roll for pants, please.
Oh man, I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
You're Romans. You use skirts.
Hell yeah.
All right, what kind of pants do I roll on a 15?
Okay.
You're getting like some good pair of blue jeans.
Yeah, those are like 501s, some Wranglers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he hit Elvis with the tassels.
Even better.
So I'm a glam
No, he's got to
cowboy.
got rhinestones on the butt, you know.
Oh, real
Classic
glam
biker
cowboy.
like jeans.
Ooh. Ouch.
All right. Please describe Rockchild for us as he exits the ship last.
I am Rockchild. I am an orc and I am a bard. Where do I begin? I stand 6'4" at 265, so I am a chunky boy. And I previously played in the Witchlight Carnival as a bard, so I kind of lost track of time, but I was only focused on just playing and performing. Everything else is just kind of second nature to that.
All right. As the three of you have exited the ship and make your way down the docks towards Venzor, and the two waiting fellows, one of whom you recognize as Caspian, the Tiefling has managed to describe himself accurately to you in your correspondence regarding the forming of this mercenary company. I would like to take a moment to introduce our players to their destroyers tonight. To keep the semblance of a DM screen, I will not be rolling on Roll20, but instead with these. Say hello to Crystal Clear and Red Quartz.
Hello, Crystal Clear and Red Quartz.
With that,
I
we
feel
come
like they're
to
not going to like us.
the first Dungeon Master's roll of the night. Okay. That is actually not going to succeed against you guys.
What are you doing? It's been like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
He's
come
rolling
on.
for the Tarrasque.
A number of small, hooded, very colorful penguin-like creatures, about 20 of them, disembark the boat in something of a mess behind you and begin to sort of move through you as the crowd. You feel a number of pressing flippers into various pouches.
Oh no, it's the quackheads.
I am very uncomfortable.
Nothing is taken, but Robin,
No.
you feel your coin purse noticeably heavier.
What? A reverse mugging?
Interesting.
Was Robin given instead of a pouch of coins, a pouch of rocks?
Can I pull out my coin purse and look inside?
Certainly.
That'd be rocks.
There is in you as you stop on the dock and like open it up. There is a small I forget the word for the type of stone this is. It's not onyx, but it's kind of in that darker realm.
Okay.
There's a cuttlefish, a small stone cuttlefish.
An obsidian cuttlefish?
Not obsidian. I had it written somewhere and I can't find what it was. It was like what is it called? Black opal.
Black opal, okay.
So it is semi-precious. Yes, that is the press. There's the word.
Robin got reverse robbed. Coming from the chat.
Rather odd thing to wind up with.
Do I notice this because of where I'm from? Is this a sign?
Roll for me
Initiative.
a history check.
A history check. Okay.
Yeah, the history check. I will say it's a pretty low DC, a relatively low DC for you just because of your background. 16, yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, this was like a 12.
I'm having flashbacks to the last campaign we did where like my history was horrible.
It's not survival. It's not survival. You don't have to panic. I learned not to make you roll survival every time.
Gwen, you will survive.
If you fail it, you get the terrain.
So, the short answer, yes. The long answer, you recognize the creatures that gave them to you as Dewar. You know what they are. And you know that they have a penchant for being secretive, overly dramatic, and very, very mercantile. They go out of their way to make any dealing look like it's a clandestine dealing. And that is what they have done to you here. This definitely has the feeling of a message that's being passed on. The exact nature of it you don't know yet, but probably worth keeping an eye out for more Dewar.
Okay. How do you spell Dewar?
Dohwar. And I will say with your 16, you also know that most Dewar are psychically linked. So if you find one, you found them all.
Okay.
Where there's one, there are all.
So they're the original hive mind.
But for penguins.
Yeah. Newt, motherfucker.
Oh no. That's a dead meme. Let it rest.
Never. I will dig it up from the grave.
I'm like 6 years behind the curve, guys. Never.
All right,
This
so
man
should we
just
start calling you
discovered
Internet Explorer?
It's that boy.
So
No,
I know
just
insight.
discovered stonks.
So I know insight is generally like to tell if someone's lying or whatnot, but can I use it to try to decode the message?
Is that more an
Sure.
investigation?
Sure. I will say you can use you can roll insight to try and glean a little bit, to try and glean more off this if you really want to. As you roll, Caspian, Rockchild, and Gareth. Rockchild and Gareth have made it to the end of the pier. Robin is just standing there staring at her coin purse in the middle of the dock while, like, some minotaur, hauling lumber back on to repair the ship, move past her. Like, she's just making a nuisance of herself in the middle, or they're just making a nuisance of themselves. 11.
I'm just gonna look at Rockchild.
Dewar.
I'm gonna look at
find-
Rockchild and be like, what's wrong with the child?
All right, I'm gonna snap my head up, not being able to decode this, put it back in my little pocket, and hurry on my way to try and find Caspian.
All right, yeah. So you will come to the end of the pier where Caspian and Horace Dale, commander of the guard, are waiting for you to catch up. And with that, I think it is time to make a transfer over in music.
Ooh. And Gareth, I have no idea what's going on, man. I'm trying to stretch my legs here, and they're off doing that.
Yeah.
As Robin, as they walk up, will just kind of smile and, well, this is obviously Rock the Child. Very nice to meet your acquaintance, Rock the Child.
You say this to Robin?
I do, because you're a child, and I'm misinformed.
Robin is going to look at you and kind of go like this, and then go, "Oh no, sir, I'm Robin. Pleasure to make your acquaintance," and kind of like kneel with the staff, and then point to their bat and go, "And this is Rune."
My apologies, Robin. Okay, then which one of you is Rock the Child?
I imagine at that point I'm walking up, like, Oh, that'll be me. How can I help you?
You're not a child.
No, no, no. You must not be familiar with my culture. It is my name.
Don't ask.
And you must be Gareth. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to meet you too, Caspian.
My friends call me Cass. So you can continue to call me Caspian until such time as you're friends.
I will still just call you Caspian.
Sure thing, Caspi.
Welcome to Venzor.
So, where's a good place to get some grub around here?
Seafood isn't exactly, well, tasty.
I've had seafood every day for the past I don't know how long. I want something different.
You're
Yeah,
floating
like-
in stars. What do you mean seafood? Robin's just like slightly confused by the other people around them.
It's a boat. I assume it's boat food. Boat, seafood, same thing.
I
Boat food.
imagine the food that they prepare at the MREs on the ship are all just seafood. That's one of the things they carried over.
Oh
into
man,
Venzor.
mac and cheese with shrimp again. Oh,
No. This is old England, so you guys are fed lobster as prisoners.
no, not
The
lobster.
cruel fates. Do you have any more of that lemon butter?
Well, before we continue with the grub, as you so call it, Horace, do you want to? Would you like
And
to
like
take it away?
Horace just gives the sigh of like overworked middle management who has no actual authority.
Horace Gump.
Oh, I'm sorry, I might be too real for you over there.
Damn.
And he said, all right. So, you're all here, Knaves of Venzor. I don't know why you chose that name. You, this is not. This is he's like muttering about this being a PR disaster. Anyway, somebody likes you, and that's about all you need to know for this bit. You've got yourself a little starting job. See, Venzor prides itself on the ability to regulate its own guilds and offices. Prices are set at guild rates and are matched by government standards. The forestry industry in the city of Line is currently under attack, and we just don't have the manpower to go deal with it.
Forestry?
Forestry. Lumberjacks.
Wait, you have evil lumberjacks?
Let's just say some people are a certain band of gnomes. We believe them to be related to the big four of Venzor, but we can't prove any of that. Have decided that they want to undercut the guilds and make some profits by selling their lumber at a reduced rate. As you can, like he gestures around like all the wood, being moved through the dock to like repair the ships constantly. And it's like, as you can imagine, it's something of a major industry here, and well, a message must be sent. So
So
We're
you
gonna-
want us to go and intimidate some gnomes?
This would make a great song. I feel the inspiration already.
not
Gnome
necessarily
Slayer?
not necessarily intimidate. See, the timber lane, he gestures, further back, is at the south end of town. They're going to be bringing their first shipment down that road at some point in the next couple days. We need you to make sure that shipment never reaches Dasos.
So can we burn
Disperse the gnomes and destroy the lumber. Just make sure it doesn't get here.
Can I pull Gareth aside, like just out of earshot?
I would like to ask the god a question.
All right.
God.
Yes, you may ask the god a question.
Guard, not god. So Robin is gonna go up to the guard and be like, "Might I inquire what the big four of Venzor are?"
They're a nasty lot. Supposedly they're the four They're the four faces of the Aparta. Little, lovely little organized crime district that's managed to crop up in various parts of the island. There's bounties on them over on the notice board. You see them, report them to the guardsmen because, well, they've killed more than the lot of you.
So, dead or alive for the bounty?
Uh, he just kind of shrugs. Like whatever you condition you can get them in, we'll really take them. If you're talking about the big four, but I'd be careful. I was poking around the lion's den too much.
Okay, thank you, sir. And they're going to bow.
He just looks befuddled, like like this is a man who clearly owes somebody a favor and has no other reason to be here.
Robin, he's not that high of a station. You don't need to bow.
I thought I was
truly-
being respectful.
You are, but let him know. You don't want him to think he's above his station. He's
Seems rather
Because-
rude. But okay, I will take note.
I say this.
He's just
I
standing
say
there
this.
taking it.
Yeah, no whispering. I'm saying this to his face.
He's clearly used to it. And those of you around, like, he's clearly expecting it from this one at this point in their relationship. Yeah. He just sort of says, yeah, so you're probably going to want to head out down the Timber Lane at some point, ambush them in the forest between here to line. I don't want to do your job for you. In fact, I'm being paid not to do your job for you. So you're being
much
paid
are-
to do my job.
How much are we getting paid?
It's 50 coin a head.
Per head of gnome?
Per head of person heading out.
Oh,
this man about
regulations.
to commit genocide.
He just sort of like touches his sword right there. That's not something you should joke about, son.
You also, 50 coin per head. What coins are we being paid? Because 50 copper and 50 gold are vastly different. So please
It's
tell
50
me.
gold. It's 50 gold. Guildsman standard. Set amount per person partaking in the task. Subject to review of standing officer, which is me, and I have judged that 4 people is adequate and not overpopulous for this task. He adopts a tone that's very familiar to you, Caspian. This is paperwork, Horace, right now, where he is using his one weapon against you.
Yes,
Bureaucracy.
He is. This is him being an automatron. He does this quite a bit.
We don't like when he gets cranky.
Yeah, I don't think he had his morning coffee.
Move
honest.
along.
All right, Boris, we love you.
I'm
We'll be
done.
back soon.
I've
No.
done my part. Turn here to collect the bounty from the guardsmen.
Gareth and I
Alright,
have
so
been
Or
off
the
easy
in,
city.
enough.
Gareth and I have been off in the corner conspiring.
I don't
Yeah,
think we
just-
figured out the whisper function of the chat yet.
No, no, you have not.
I imagine that was the whisper though, since it was set off audio.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a job, guys. Let's go commit nomicide, I guess.
We're not committing nomicide.
No.
We don't have to kill him.
But it would make our job so much easier if we did.
And think of how epic the tale would be of the 4 adventurers.
The 4 gnome slayers.
Yes.
I'd prefer not to commit a genocide while here. I'm not opposed to killing people, but genocide seems a tad excessive.
I don't think it counts as genocide, but definitely counts as.
I think they could be considered an
Homicide.
invasive species here.
No.
They're people.
He says is like, 2 gnomes walk by. a gif, a handful of kobolds and a tiefling.
All right, Rock the Child. Let's move it along. Let's keep it down.
Sorry,
Settle down.
sir.
Settle down.
All
No,
right,
no.
so we're gonna go to the
Don't
south end of
do
town?
not call me sir. No, no, thank you.
Daddy.
Sire.
No,
Oh, God.
that was a miss with that one as well. We'll workshop it, but none of that.
Mista?
Let's just go. Let's just go. We gotta get to the south side of town. They're supposed to be here any day now. We can camp out.
I was about to say, shall we go to our living quarters first to drop off all of our stuff and then prepare to head out to the south side?
Yeah. Do we have any lodgings here or what?
Must we acquire lodging?
I mean,
Oh.
I will sleep in the woods. I've done it
Just-
before.
Specific lodgings have not been arranged for you. However, you are all in possession of your your HSI bread card. I believe you all have the combatant variant, which allows you to purchase food, lodging, basic amenities, as well as weapons and armaments.
Ooh.
So you are legally allowed to buy, to buy pointy things
Do you like pointy things?
and just about anything else, provided it is not magical.
Oh, I want magic.
You're a bard.
Well, why don't we let's head our way over to where we need to go, find the nearest tavern and/or inn, and just set up camp there and, I don't know, make a plan of attack.
Sounds brilliant. And
Right.
Robin will start heading off in a direction even though they have no idea where they're going.
Robin, roll survival.
Where's the small child running off to?
Rock the child. Can you grab the child? And
13.
It is not my job to babysit, alright?
13. Okay, you managed to not get run over by carts running across several streets looking for something that resembles a tavern. It's not hard to find one. This is a port. You gather most of the people that come here don't really leave here. They go to certain places and they tend to stay there. You are able to find a tavern-esque place in Dasos called the Black Bays Blemish.
Black Bays?
The Black Bays Blemish.
Oh, bays. Okay.
The water that you're in this little caldera of this massive, presumably once volcanic island, is called the Bay of Black. Hence, the
Does it
name
have black
Captain.
sand?
No, but the waters supposedly are black after a very shallow distance.
Oh.
It's my goth dream boat. Dream vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. So we're just at this tavern and it's also an inn, right?
Yes, it is an inn and tavern. They tend to be combined. Yes, I will spell Dasos for everyone in the chat. This is Dasos.
One day I will spell these things correctly.
Don't worry, you can't have possibly done worse than Defoe's.
Defoe's. This is Dasos, not William Defoe.
Yes, it's a pretty sizable town as far as towns go. It's probably about the same size as your old home, Gareth. Couple, yeah. So it's a pretty big place to live.
So are we near the south side of the town with this tavern then?
Not necessarily. You gather most of the inns and other such hospitality industry is on the north side where the docks are, given that that's where the majority of the people who are going to come in and bounce back tend to want to be.
Okay.
The southern side tends to see a lot more of just storage and warehouses, things for various goods that are about to be shipped outward from Dasos into the rest of the island.
If this is a touristy spot, do they have little tourist map pamphlets in the lobby of this tavern?
Not necessarily. You gather that like you're kind of expected to fit if you're leaving Dasos, you're expected to either already know where you're going or have someone who is guiding you. You do have someone who is from the Isle with your party, though. So
That's true.
you do figure you should be okay in that regard.
Okay. I was just thinking of like map wise to grab a map. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dasos is just outside the city, right?
No, Dasos is the city. Dasos is the port town that you have landed in.
Oh, we landed it. Okay.
You land the island. It is you are on the Isle of Venzor.
Yeah.
You cross the Bay of Black and have landed at the port city of Dasos.
I don't know why I thought we were already in Avernus. I don't know why I thought that. My bad.
Yeah, no, you are not in Avernus. This is Dasos, and you are currently looking at a tavern inn called the Black Bay's Blemish.
Oh, might as
It
well go
has
in.
it has the deep smell of pine tar and very much purposeful stains on parts of the wood to give it a rougher look than it is. It's a relatively nice place pretending to be,
It's a gentrified. Oh.
It's hipster vintage.
Yeah, it's gentrified.
Yeah.
The BBB Inn. Oh, it looks rough, but it's pretty nice on the inside. As well, they have an excellent pigeon pie inside. I can attest to it.
Yeah.
I like some pigeon.
Yes. I give it 5 stars on Blelp, the wizard communication, billboard. Very good.
Brilliant. Do they have any insects for Rune?
Do you inquire at the bar about feeding insects?
Robin,
We should probably go inside and ask about that.
Yes, Robin, why don't you lead the charge and you ask if they have insects?
Yes, sure. 1 second. They're gonna walk into the tavern, and try to hail someone's attention because I imagine that they do not come up very far on the bar since I myself don't sometimes.
Yeah, so like you could probably find a bar stool to hop up on as you like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in after them just to keep an eye on them and just kind of like watch as they struggle to get up to the bar.
Then Gareth, you see what's coming first. Robin, how do you go about popping up and asking for these insects?
I was just going to kind of get on a stool and kind of knock on the wood, being like, "Excuse me, bartender." And then once they said yes and I got their attention, I was just gonna inquire.
You see this first because you can see this as they are trying to get on the thing. There are 2 bartenders. One is an orcish man.
Hey.
The other, the one right about where Robin is climbing up the bar stool, is a large green beetle-like creature. Some sort of insectoid thri-kreen. And Robin pops up about 2 feet from its head.
Brilliant. Okay. This is not gonna phase Robin one bit. So they're gonna go over there, like, "Excuse me, bartender, can I have your attention?"
And you hear in your head, because thri-kreen are mildly telepathic. Yeah. Yes, child. What do you need?
I was wondering if you had about 4 pigeon pies available, and if you had any small insects for my bat here to eat.
I'm trying not to laugh.
It is hard to get an expression off of a thri-kreen, given just the nature of how insectoid faces work.
Yep. Ectoskeletons, man.
However, You being an Eladrin here, what's the best way to put it? You may have well have just asked him if he had 4 trees to eat. Let me kill some saplings for you. He does take it in stride. He goes, 4 pigeon pies. Is what you hear in your head. That we can do. 8 silver. As for the bugs, do you find this amusing? You see, is it like he just opens his mandibles all the way? As you gather, this is probably something the tourists do to annoy him.
No, I don't. See, my bat here, Rune, they only eat insects, so kind of the only thing I can ask for. I don't mean to insult in any way, but I would like to keep to their diet.
He says
proper nutrition.
Yeah, he seems to step down a little bit, but like still kind of looking at you where it's like 8 silver, 4 pies. That's all we can get you.
Okay, thank you. And then I'm gonna turn around to what I assume is the rest of them and trying to like call them over as I've ordered food.
Yes,
I'm gonna go up to the bar too.
I want to speak to the orc bartender.
Yeah. I'll just saunter up. I'll press a gold into the drag queen's hand.
All right, you get 2 silver back for that, and the 4 pies come out shortly.
No. I don't need silver. That is for you. Keep it.
He nods and then a little bit of very silent, much obliged.
I was gonna look at Robin and be like, "Did you really just ask him for insects to eat?"
What? That's what my bat eats. Am I supposed to feed them something else? Also, he's only one kind of insect. There are other kinds, and they're small. He's quite large. I don't really see the problem here. Circle of life, as you know.
Oh, I was gonna go with the fact that this is a bar, and they typically don't serve insects.
Gareth...
But they should be able to serve multiple kinds of people. Is this not an island filled with different races that have different dietary needs?
This is also a bar, not a restaurant.
Look.
This is a tavern. There's a very different.
It's not like they are back home. This is different. But I agree. They probably
What do you know about back home? You were in the Witch-like carnival for gods know how long.
I don't know. I lost track.
Children, are we done acting like tourists?
Wait. Do they have a gift shop?
Okay. Why don't we?
There is one off to the side, very small thing off in the corner.
I definitely need to hit this gift shop up.
There are currently a number of those little pengoon fuckers from earlier huddled around it, looking very shifty.
Aww.
I'm just gonna like stare at him like inquisitively.
All right.
Like,
and like meerkats, they like huddle up and then one pops out.
Just
When
I'm gonna give him a wave.
Goes back down. There's like a rustling. Different ones.
They're so strange.
we love a good little pingu.
All of it
But
in complete silence.
I'm just kind of more like I'm gonna look at Rockchild and be like, I kind of want to know what they're up to. Not because I feel like they're up to anything malicious. Just I'm curious.
Do you think they'll have patches there? Or like stickers that I can
military
attach?
patches?
No. It's a gift shop.
alrighty. When you are done doing the touristy stuff, I will be sitting at the table enjoying my pigeon pie, and then we can talk shop. But go on, do your thing. I will wait patiently for y'all.
I'm gonna go
Alright.
talk to the penguins.
Yes, these are more of the Dawar.
Dawar. Sorry.
Yes, no, I call them penguins because that's what they
Robin is
Freaking
going
club
to
penguin.
kind of hop off of the stool and try and get one alone to talk to them.
Seems difficult to do. All right, so Gareth and Robin are going after the Dawar. Justin, Rockchild is still interested in the orc bartender as the pigeon pies are coming out right about now.
Yes, I do want to talk to him.
All right, so let's start with the orc bartender, and then we're going to go to messing with the penguins. It's a 1-2 punch. Meanwhile, Caspian, of course, just starts eating the pigeon pie.
Wait, I thought they were coming out. He's gotta wait.
There's no manners in waiting for the rest of the party to go back.
That's true, I guess.
At least one of you guys is going to die, according to my handbook here.
As long as it's
Right,
not me
anyway.
this time. But I just want to ask him, like, greetings, where do you hail from, and how long have you been here? Like, tell me more about the island.
Yeah. He looks at you. This bartender, he's in kind of what seems to be a uniform for this place, as it's also the only bit of clothing on the Thrycreen over there is a sort of stained white gray apron with like name tag embroidered on it. He's got he's got more clothes on under it, very big, very bushy, sort of gray clothes. It's all sort of in the theme of the restaurant. Like, he looks like a bouncer type. He's maybe 300 pounds, built like a linebacker, little taller than Puck. Or Robin over there. Looks sorry. The name on his thing says Triton.
Triton, is that what you hunted?
Nah, I hunt a damn thing. Yeah, Scott, they got like a little spit cup. Yeah, I'm Triton Worst. I'm the head barkeep here. Your friend run into problem teasing old Keelan? He gestures at the Thrycreen.
Yeah, they apparently had a run-in on the boat earlier.
He looks at you. He looks at you. Keelan ain't ever set foot off the island, boy.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Keelan is the insect barkeep.
Yeah, he's talking about
that
Robin and the barkeep asking
Robin-
about insects.
Yeah,
Oh,
Robin
oh.
asked to serve her some bugs. Like, this is, Hakuna Matata time.
Yeah, well, the sweet fall child, they don't know much better. We spent quite a bit of time traveling here. I don't think they quite understood the gravity of the question.
Yeah.
But y'all don't have like cockroaches or anything crawling around under the floorboards?
What kind of styles do you take it for? I get shut down in a week. You kidding me? Got a health inspector, the safety inspector, the inspection inspector, union management, worker comp.
My God, how do you guys get
Ownership.
anything done in here?
Everyone get involved. There were bugs in here.
How do you ever get?
You don't know what I meant, Keelan. Shut up. The other guy's like stopped and looked every time someone says bug. Grow a thicker skin.
Thicker exoskeleton.
My exoskeleton can only take so much.
Shed a new exoskeleton.
Yeah. Well, but anyways, do you guys offer lodging here?
Yeah. Yeah, there's stuff we mostly take in some of the sailor types and the tourists who ain't got cleared past the city to spend a few days off the damn boats.
Yeah, well, we do have work. I mean, we were hired by the guard. We just need a place to crash in the meantime.
Guard work, yeah. Yeah, I can get you hooked up with something, especially for them government worker types.
Do you offer a government discount, considering we're here on official business?
We got a government rate for you, all right.
Wonderful. Did they deliver our per diem packs, or does that come later?
I don't know what you're talking about, son. We don't handle that. Take it from an islander. There's a government rate for everything.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I know we got like 15 licenses.
Yeah, it's gonna run you It's gonna run you half a gold a night a room. So how much you buying?
Hey, I'll shout back to the rest of the party. Guys, we can rent a room here. It's half a gold a night. Who wants a room?
Caspian. You stayed here before.
Yes.
Either they've undergone some upgrades, or there's been an upcharge. Because the last time you stayed here, it was 3 silver a night.
Oh boy.
Cool. I don't say. I
Caspian
don't,
just pushes Rockchild out of the way.
I don't say a word.
What?
I'm eating my pigeon pie.
You all have it coming.
I'm eating my pigeon pie.
All right. Yeah. So how many rooms is it going to be?
I'll take a room.
Yeah, I'll do one for myself.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm
4
just gonna have
rooms.
my own separate room.
All right. Everyone gets a separate room. That's 2 gold. 2 gold off the paying person.
Okay.
Or half a gold off of everybody if you want to split it. I don't care how you spend the money, just so long as you spend it.
I'll go up and I'll licking my fingers as I'm
Eating.
delicious. What did you say the prices were again, sir?
5. It's a half gold.
Hmm.
I knows you can afford that. Ain't breaking no bank. What government contractors and all.
Yes, I know that we can pay that. That is correct. But
Sophie.
would you be charging them that rate, knowing that, I'm a born and bred Venzorian? Kind of eyeballing him.
I will say, in your interactions with Triton and Keelan, from the few times you stayed here, you've not gathered too much about them, but you do know that both were born on the island. Even if their families probably don't go back too far in time, having been here.
Yeah.
Keelan kind of leans in and sort of looks at you. Wow, look at you throwing around your weight. Yeah?
It just seems like it's a little bit more
Ain't hurt.
expensive than it used to be. I'm just wondering, were you trying to take advantage of the newer folk? If this got around, that you are upcharging, people who aren't from the Isle, how much business do you think you'd be getting? Because I can't imagine it'd be much. So what was the? Can you remind me what the rate was the last time we were there? Memory's a little foggy.
He's gonna lean in real close and he's going to whisper to you. I don't remember you using your legacy. So what you doing remembering my prices?
He will he'll kind of clap him on the shoulder. And that's a good businessman. And he'll put 2 gold down.
He takes it. He's very wary of you right now. Like he knows he's about to be on the losing end of a fight.
I just expect that the next time we're here we get a discounted rate, but more than happy to pay the current rate.
Yeah. They both good drink. They both they both kind of nod. You guys get keys to your little rooms. You now have 4 rooms, but we're gonna cut now to the other 2 of you. So there is a small little gift shop. Sells little like snow globes with the city of Everness in it. It's massive walls. It's circular districts. It's jagged keep at the towering center of the city. There's little things like that. A wonderful invention that seems to get sold out a lot called the magnet. They've got just these little things just sticking to the wall, like it's been glued there by magic, but you can pull it off and let go, and it zaps back. The the Dawar are currently doing like their equivalent of silent chittering, which is just they shuffle from like one to the other, making eye contact. They do not give you too much attention as you approach.
Okay. So Robin is going to try to be as stealthy as possible, with their very low dexterity, and kind of nudge one of the Dwar and be like, excuse me. What was the message you were trying to send me? Having no idea what the cuttlefish meant, just knowing that it meant something.
All
And
right.
trying to whisper.
So please roll a stealth check to see how much attention you draw to yourself doing this. 10.
That is
Not
impressive because I
horrible for
have
you.
negative dexterity. So
Yeah, not horrible for you. Not horrible at all. You managed to do it. You managed to do it not so well that the other member of your party who is present can't hear you, but well enough that like you're not running into a flock of seagulls and scattering them or causing any sort of scene. The Dawar you have selected is one with something of a hue between pink and purple. It's kind of sits there depending on the lighting. In a little brown cloak, it just sort of turns and just stares at you. And it does this for several seconds before you feel a mental connection forged, as the Dawar do take time to link with someone. You immediately regret this connection.
Great.
As you can now hear the conversation of all 20 Dawar in the bar with you happening at once, and picking out a single voice is just a pain with
Brilliant.
this.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
And it goes, cuttlefish. Cuttlefish.
I'm just very confused by this interaction.
Like this is in her head. It just
Yeah.
nods. All you see is it nod.
Yeah, no, I'm just like watching this happen. I'm like,
It's
So, okay, are they gonna say anything else?
it's going to say one more thing when it notices how hesitant you are, as it kind of this sort of shifty, like you feel more than you see, this sort of like shifty, just sort of looking about, like who's paying attention to us, kind of deal, just that general anxiety running through everything right now, as it goes, like find like to find like.
So
You like?
So are the Dwar from my realm? Or
No, they are not.
they saying that someone is trying to find me?
You can interpret that statement however you want. There are multiple versions of the word like being used in the same sentence.
Shit.
You know that they are just paranoid for the sake of being paranoid. They seem to find making innocent things look illegal fun. They don't really do anything illegal, but they'll sell you anything, like they're trying to sell you drugs off the street.
Okay.
Like that's just how they are.
hey, you want some black opal?
Yeah.
It's been charged by the moon.
They literally treat everything like it's a giant con, and they're gonna get caught at any minute.
He's like walking around like,
Okay, so
Buzz.
for this like mental connection, does this mean that I can like say stuff in my head and they'll hear it?
It is a
Or do
two-way
I have to say
psychic. It is a
two-way
two-way
okay.
psychic link. I will say you rolled high enough on your history check earlier to know that that is the Dawar's preferred form of communication, and it is a two-way communication.
Okay, brilliant. So Robin is going to, within their head, question me like, so is this not a warning from the Fahi? Being like very like hesitant and aware, wanting to make sure that they're not on their track.
They, like as one, all 20 Dawar.
Mentioned the wrong name.
far, they go Farfari. All 20 of them at once in your head. Farfari. Farfari. And they say, like to find like. You like? You like. But do you like?
Okay, that's
They
so
are
nonsensical.
purposely being troublesome. You know that Dawa are Fey. This is how they do things.
Yeah.
They are this kind of trouble.
Can I do like an insight check to kind of suss out what they're meeting?
Sure. Roll insight. Roll insight to try and solve the puzzle.
I cannot solve this puzzle.
No.
Holy shit. Okay,
19. Cool. Okay, you asked the dice gods for help, and the dice gods have answered.
cool. Yay.
They are saying that like, as in similar,
Mm-hmm.
likes, as in wants to, find like, which is similar. So similar wants to find similar.
I got that bit.
Yeah. Then they say you like, as in you are similar.
To them?
The like and the like is you gather with this 19. Whoever that object you receive belonged to is one of the likes, and you are the other. And then they are asking you like several more times, as in
Okay.
and they are trying to state this as much as possible. Between their natural mischief and general fey nature, you gather that this is probably a limit on what they can say.
Okay.
Regarding this, you don't know why that limit is there, but there's probably been some sort of restriction imposed.
Okay, so the cuttlefish is from someone who's similar to me. Okay, all right. And I can't directly ask them who the cuttlefish is from.
You gather that they that they either can't, won't, or don't tell you that.
Okay.
It's yeah.
From another child.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be another child. Age is the only thing that matters here.
Rock.
Okay. Well, okay, then Robin will probably go, thank you for the message. Be on your way kind of thing, and just kind of like walk out of there being like, I gathered very little from that conversation. I'm gonna go eat food.
I'm just gonna watch as they leave, and then I'm gonna look back at the Duar, be like, strange little penguins.
It's just this child just went up to the penguin, was like, hey, can I talk to you? And then they didn't talk, they just stared at each other, and the one left confused. This is quite odd.
Yep. With that, Gareth, can I please get from you, I believe it is. Oh wow, I do not know how this spell works. Give me a wisdom save.
Fuck. I just click wisdom?
No, so you click the word wisdom save. So you should
For
have
the saving throws.
Oh.
saving throws. Clicks. There you go. So 15. All right. And I do not you feel something approach your mind, and it sort of cascades over your half-orcish skull and then snaps back like a rubber band towards the Dwar as a wave of just 20 separate newts start attempting to probe your mind but fail as you succeed the saving throw. You gather that they cast something like detect thoughts on you, and you were able to ward it off. Is the mechanical explanation for what just happened.
I'm just gonna shrug and look at some knickknacks, and then decide not to buy anything. I'm gonna go eat.
Mhm.
Like, probably nothing. Oh, look, a magnet.
Well, they don't have my name on these magnets.
Garrett. No, Gareth. Again.
This one says Gareth, but it's spelled wrong. Oh,
Yeah,
that one gets.
yeah,
that
They
one gets
never
me.
have my name.
Yeah, it's GEA.
Gets me every time. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
All right, how's the pie?
Oh, are you all back now? Your pie's cold.
It's not that cold. Like, it's only been a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start eating.
The pie's
Robin will start eating.
decent. The pie's decent food for what you paid. Not spectacular, but for a oven that probably makes 1,000 of these a day. Yeah.
It's McDonald's, like
You
it's
gotta-
fine.
It's-
The secret to it tasting good is the fact that it's the same oven. The grease just builds up. That's what makes it good. There's just like a thick, foot of grease that's just hardened over the years.
Yeah.
Aaron, I guarantee you that there's some Be Real stoner flick that's the exact premise of the movie is the deep fryer has never been changed, the grease, and that's what gives it this magical flavor.
That was an actual news story that some bar had, they served burgers for 70 years, and then they got a new grill, and people were like, we don't like the burgers now, they're different.
Yeah,
They had to go get the grill because it had just all the buildup, and then the patron's like, yes, this is good, and that's very fun.
You remember Avanti's, Justin?
Yeah, I never been there, but yeah.
That's what they say about that,
Really?
about the main restaurant, and then the white people don't like the second location because they're like, the fryer doesn't have the same grease. It's not been built up over the years to get that flavor. And I'm like, you're stupid and wrong. I swear.
Quick plug, Avanti's, great food for college kids at Bloomington Normal and at Illinois State University.
Yeah, we are not sponsored by anyone, unfortunately.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Avanti's, hit us up, Avanti's.
This is day one. This is day one for us. All right, so
Hashtag product placement.
you all are able to have your dinner of the pie. You have rooms for the night. If there's anything else you would like to do, it is afternoon.
Yes. So
I don't want to get a lay of the land. I want to go look around, walk around outside the bar.
do we have any particular plans that we would like to do for our mission? Obviously, we need to just generally fuck shit up. But do you have any ideas on how to do that?
Well, that's why I'm gonna go get a lay of the land. I want to see where we can set up an ambush.
Okay.
So
I was thinking fire. What lumber is wood, and you burn wood.
Well, so here's the thing that Gareth and I had discussed. All he really suggested was that the wood must not make it to the port. So my suggestion is if we reutilize the material. So I don't know about you, but I personally would like a nice new loot, so maybe we can use it for that. We could potentially build temporary housing on the island since we're all since most of us are immigrants here. I mean, you've probably already been established, but there could be uses that wouldn't necessarily be wrong.
It is a waste of good wood.
I like that idea. Let me flip it, reverse it, edit. That sounds like a lot of work. I don't know how to build loots. I don't know if you know how to build loot or build houses. But that is raw materials. Those are raw goods. We can acquire it and then sell it. No, we can't sell it to those folks. We could sell it to a third party. And that's just gold on top of gold.
I mean, we
See-
don't have to take all of the lumber. We just have to take enough for a loot and some to sell.
Yeah, we can do both. We can definitely sell the rest that we do not use.
They
which is
just
the
said they don't
majority
want
of
it to go to port.
Okay,
Now,
well,
were they talking in general, or were they just talking from this direction? Because, what if we were to have a ship commissioned, and then meet it at a different location to sell abroad?
So
Do we even know how much lumber is being transported?
So I said we probably shouldn't do all of it.
as the dungeon master, I will clarify several things. You do not know how much lumber is being transported. You gather it is not insignificant, or else there probably wouldn't be such a crackdown. Those of you who are from this island, so you, Caspian, would know several facts about the current setup of this plan. Number one, the Timber Lane is several days' journey from Line to Dasos. The raw materials here selling the lumber. Most people would want some sort of guild permit proving that you are, of course, associated with the lumber mills of the city of Line and thus authorized to move these goods on their behalf, etc., etc. You could try and find whoever these people were selling to, or find your own unscrupulous buyers, but you would have several tons of illegal goods, presumably. You don't know how much, cartloads at least.
on second thought,
And the one final note to add here is this shipment has to be intercepted. This shipment of wood cannot come to Dasos.
Mhm.
That is the letter of your instructions.
All right. So, upon thinking about that,
You had some creative stuff, guys.
we need. I don't think you all want to do illegal things right off the bat when you're fresh off the boat. Trying to
No.
sell these goods would be very illegal if we don't have the proper permits, which we don't, unless you can pull them out of your ass, which I don't think you can. So, I love the enthusiasm. I love the hustle. However, don't think that would be the wisest course of action.
Fair enough. Let's torch it.
Love it.
Ooh,
I-
I can
I-
make termites.
You can make
Make
termites. I
termites?
like that.
Right.
Termites.
I still want enough wood to build my loot, but yes, we can torch the
Yes,
rest.
you know what? That is a good caveat. We will save enough wood for a loot. That's fine.
Do we make it 2 loots?
You know what? I don't think 2 loots will break the bank.
Why
What?
don't we do a mandolin in a lute? Have some variety
One
in
mandolin,
instruments.
one loot, and maybe we can make a harp for David so he could play a pretty chord.
Would it please the Lord?
Well, it would please the lords. The multiple.
Okay. Now, a question for you then. Can we take the rest of the wood and create our own festival in the middle of the desert where we
Why don't
burn
we have
an
a little
effigy?
party here? Why don't we bring
Wait,
it back? here
I'm
for a little
sorry,
party?
aren't you a bard, not an artificer? Can you even build this stuff?
We can hire someone.
No, because that involves more people on the illegal scheme.
No,
which
no,
you're
it's
trying
legal.
to do, which you probably don't even have permits for a
Yes,
festival.
Actually,
Think of
the
the
this is
child is
fully
bureaucracy on this
within the.
island.
This is fully
The
within the
child
realm of
is
the law.
right.
No, this is within fully in the realm of the law. We were told that the wood should not make it to port. We were told to destroy it. To destroy the wood would be to craft it into a musical instrument. We are not breaking the law. It is fully within our realms,
Yes.
and we are preventing it from making its way to the port.
That is one avenue. That means we're not breaking our contract. That's totally different than breaking the law. Because for this island, everything needs bureaucracies, permits. Even in other places with much less government oversight, you still need a permit to host a festival, to have booths. Then you need, food permits and sanitary stuff like this tavern has to do. There's a lot to put into something when you only have wood as your source.
This
That's
isn't
filling it, having other people there. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Rock. This ain't it. This ain't like.
I just want to.
Oh,
I just think
this-
playing music in front of a burning effigy would be incredible.
Well,
Well,
Okay,
do it another
you
day.
did that before. It's totally different job description now.
yes.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
this ain't
logistical
like
nightmare.
this ain't like.
The Witches' Festival.
This isn't Burning Man. This isn't Burning Man or the Festival of Stock and Woods. You
This
know what,
world.
we'll come back to that. For now we're not going to do that, but let's circle back in a few days.
You guys are no fun. I'm okay.
All right.
We just got here. It's not a good idea to get arrested while trying to do a job.
That we were given by the guards.
This bureaucratic
Yeah.
hellscape. You can't even have a music festival without permitting.
Well, you know what?
In most
Island's
places
worse
you
than
can.
bureaucracy.
You know what? If you want to do a music festival with a bunch of fire and burning, let's call it Firefest, and let's see how well it turns out. Because I can only imagine that it's going to be spectacular, and people are going to talk about it for ages to come.
Only if it is on a island that you need your own transportation
But
to
we're on
arrive
an
to.
island. We're on an island. That's
It
perfect.
needs to be a smaller island. There's much too
smaller
much.
island within the
There's
island.
one with the noose. Would you like to do it there?
Yes, perfect.
Save the transport.
Ah, yes, Dearth, capable of housing how many people exactly?
Alrighty. So
Think
this
that's
was,
a
Maybe,
square
but I'm being
mile.
cheeky.
yes,
All right,
this
let's
was-
go escape the landscape.
Yes,
Alright.
this
Get
was
ready
very
for this
fun.
ambush.
But now it's time for business. All right. So, do we have
defeat
like
the
a,
hunt.
a chant for us? Like Knaves of Venzor, let's go, or hi ho? I don't know.
I feel like just attack is good enough for this.
Hi ho.
I can do
hi
bird
ho.
calls.
That's
I'm
important.
imagining the
information.
start of Shrek with you guys. Oh, merry men!
Yes. All
And
right.
it going about as well for them too.
Alrighty. Knaves.
Who's gonna like
Merry
appear from the
man.
tree line doing a musical, just finger snapping?
All right, Knaves. Let's roll out. Let's get to work
Let's
Definitely
get down to
workshop that.
business.
to defeat
All right.
the
The
gnomes.
Huns.
The nun. The gnomes.
The gnomes. To
nuns.
defeat the gnome. We must conquer the nuns.
This is gonna be a big transport. If this is a bunch of wood, there's probably gonna be a lot of gnomes. So we
Um,
definitely need
Just
to.
kick them. They're very small. They're tiny.
Yeah, but they're also at crotch height. And look at that one there. That one's pretty tiny, and I'm pretty sure they could pack a punch.
So here's the thing. We're going to buy equipment to help us with this. I have a bow and some arrows. I was thinking some cloth, some flammable liquid, because I think our first priority is destroying the wood, and then we can just leave as long as the wood's torched.
We
don't have
need to
fight.
we need to know. First, we have to stop them. So what we can do is let's get a lay of the land first, and then we can work out how we're gonna do it. Yes, lighting on fire with like maybe some Molotov cocktails. Yeah, that's a given, but it's useless if we can't get the jump on them.
Yes.
Question: Do we have a map of where we're going to intercept them, and do we know an estimate of the terrain? Because if we start throwing Molotov cocktails in a forest with lumber and wood, we're probably going to damage some property.
Yeah, I definitely do. I would like to keep the fire damage to a minimum as well. So yeah, that's why I suggested we get a lay of the land first.
All right, let's get a lay of the land, and then we can talk about. I'm sorry, burning things. It's in my nature as a tiefling, as the devilkin. I just kind of really enjoy it, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. So
Yeah,
let's
respect to the fire.
Yeah.
We just need to
Respect to
add
the
some
fire.
other steps in respect to
Okay.
the fire. Though, yes.
alrighty.
And we don't necessarily have to burn it. We could always just waterlog it. Waterlogged wood is just as useless as burnt wood. Actually, more useless than burnt wood, because burnt wood can become charcoal, and charcoal has a use.
Yes, but they could also dry the wood out.
Nah, trust me, you don't want to use dried
if
out
you-
waterlogged wood.
Gareth, can we just take one moment here, please? If they are stooping so low as to sell illegally acquired wood, do you not think that said shady characters would not sell sub-quality wood to prospective buyers at a cheap discount?
Do you think the bureaucracy would not catch cheap quality wood for ships?
Yeah, that's why we're on this mission, is because we're already fighting for the bureaucracy.
Yeah, but it needs to be destroyed. Waterlogged
Alrighty.
wood.
Time for action. Let's go.
All right, so you're heading out on the timber lane now to scout out.
Mhm.
All right, so crossing the timber lane from Dasos to Line, which is where you know they're coming from. On foot, it's about 2 days. If you're bringing large cargo, which these people are, it's probably a little slower. You don't know whether or not they've started out. About how far out are you guys going from Dasos?
Probably at least meet them halfway is probably the good ambush point.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's set up camp like halfway, and then just kind of.
Yep.
You think stick into the shadows halfway?
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
How long did we get the rooms for? Because if
You
we're setting
bought-
up for camp, if we just got them for a night, then we're not going to sleep there that night. We should probably book it for like a week or something.
Yeah.
You bought them
about-
for tonight.
Yeah.
Bought it for the night.
We try to?
Well, what we can do is we can get a lay of the land about half a day's away. We don't really have to go that far.
We just
As
have to
long-
go outside the city.
Yeah. We'll do half a day away, get the lay of the land, come back and sleep, and then tomorrow we're gonna sleep. We're gonna set up there.
So that gives us enough time to get provisions
Alright.
back and go.
So basically, what you've had is a late lunch, and you're going to spend like 4 hours walking into the woods and then 4 hours walking back.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
About that. All right. You're going to get back pretty late, but okay. Who is helming this search for a suitable place?
I can try. I mean, I'm familiar with survival related situations in the wild, so
Cool.
Go
I have
for
the
it.
curse, so I'm definitely not doing it.
or we could do like nature or is it like a nature check?
It is a survival,
Survival
check.
check.
It's a survival check. You are looking for a natural place to ambush someone from.
I am bad
Ooh,
at
does anyone
survival.
have cartographer tools
No.
I
to make a
have-
map?
No, I only got Dungeoneer's pack.
Nope, no one has those sets of tools. I don't think.
That's what I get.
Fuck,
for being
never
non-player.
mind.
Yeah, you were spoiled with all the artificers last campaign, Gwendolyn.
I really
I'm
was.
all
I missed
tools.
them so much.
All right, roll for survival.
22. Okay. Not only is this the first time anyone who has rolled survival for me has managed to not stray off the path into the middle of God knows where, we actually managed to find a decent enough spot. Few hours out, the terrain begins to shift. There's been a gradual incline almost the whole way, and the ecosystem starts to become less coastal and beach-like and much more forests. The trees begin to spring up fairly early on, and they only grow thicker. Right now, it's mostly patches of trees with large shrubs and generally open fields along the road. Um, Nothing so intense that people wouldn't like chop it down for use in Dasos, but not so little that it's been like deforested.
All right, I have a bit of an idea.
You're able to find some decent like trees and other spots where you can kind of hide behind the brush.
Right, this is what we can do. All right, Caspian,
Yes.
how high can you climb?
High as you need me to.
All right, you're the one with the bow.
Yes, I'm a bow.
Awesome, great. You're gonna give us the advantage. You're gonna climb up into this tree right here. I assume it's a nice thick tree that he can climb up, right?
Yeah, there's some decent enough trees. If you would like to go into the tree, you can be aboriginal for the time being.
Yeah,
What
sure.
you're gonna do is you're gonna climb into this tree. You're gonna
Okay.
hide during the ambush. You'll have the at least height advantage.
Yes, it should be over for them because I will have the high ground.
Yes.
Obi-Wan.
Right. I will. So we're not putting anyone in danger. I can cast a small illusion to get them to at least stop.
Yes, what do you plan on
Illusions.
casting?
I had to transfer over. You said the word.
Yeah. Isn't this the sound from Halloween, the Halloween movie? What's it
I have no idea. This is all royalty
Spooky
free.
Godmother.
This is all royalty free music, courtesy of I believe Kevin MacLeod.
Oh,
This is
Kevin.
the exact soundtrack for Spooky Godmother. Oh my god, it's royalty free. I love it.
I've never heard of this
I'm
movie. You need to
transferring.
send it to me immediately.
I'm transferring now. You're fanboying. We're distracting ourselves.
Anyway, so Kayla or Caspian in the tree. I'll cast minor illusion, something that can at least get them to stop for their attention. Let's see. We'll need a vanguard. All right, Rockchild.
Aye.
What can you do? What do you have?
I have. What do I have? What do I have? Well, I could perform a show as a roadside
That's
busker.
not what I wanted to do. A what?
I could be a roadside busker if need be. I have dark vision.
Weapon wise, what do you have?
Well, my good friend, I have a rapier, a dagger, and a playing card set. And I have
poison darts.
All right, that one's more intriguing. Robin, what else do you have? You're a wizard as well, so.
I also have vicious mockery and thunderclap.
So
Keep that in mind. I'm keeping that one in mind.
I have quite a different array of spells. I can use a quarterstaff. I have darts. I have daggers. I have my ice knife, which is basically throwing dagger made of ice and then explodes. I have infestation, so I can conjure up bugs, as in termites, to eat the wood.
All right.
Oh, and I can make a fog cloud, so I can make everything, like give us cover.
Right. So first things first. Caspian in the tree. Me and Rockchild will be in the bushes. I will cast minor illusion to get them to stop. You cast infestation on the axles of their wagon. Rockchild will use thunderclap to knock the wagon over. That way, at the very least, it will stun anyone who's on said wagon. And if there's even multiple wagons from behind, they can't move forward. At the very least, we can stop the wagon train if it is indeed a wagon train. From then on, we move into the assault.
DM, I would like to at this time to start climbing up the tree because I want to do it once or twice before tomorrow, just so it's easier for me to get up there. I just kind of want to get a feel for it.
Yeah, sure. Roll athletics or acrobatics just to see how well your practice goes
All right.
as you prepare for this. 11. Okay, it's a simple tree, not a lot to it. You're able to get up and down without too much difficulty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really hard with the hooves.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting experiment for you, but you are fairly confident you could do it again.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Gareth, what do you plan on casting? What do you plan on making with this illusion that's going to get them to stop?
Usually, a simple illusion is enough. Say, perhaps a small child, wayward, alone.
Okay. Well, you do. So, am I correct in assuming that no audio will come from the illusion?
Well, our friend here has thaumaturgy.
Yes,
Cast audio.
I have thaumaturgy. So that's what I was offering. I could do crying.
There you go.
Crying for mother, or just crying in general. Just really, really set it.
Yep, that can work.
Alrighty. So that's good.
So essentially, when they come to investigate, that is when Robin casts infestation on the wagon wheel, or the wagon wheels, or the axle, something that will at least weaken it enough for Rockchild's thunderclap to break it. Because we don't necessarily need to just kill the guards. We can at least just scare them off.
Are we sure that they're gonna stop or care about a crying child?
Who doesn't stop for a crying child? What monsters?
Most people. I say
But to
as
be
a
fair,
child.
I know that I'm saying this while planning to rob and or kill these folks. So
To be fair, I could also create a monster.
you could create a monster. So also, while
Why
we're
not
doing
just a log across a road like a fallen tree so they all have to stop because they think they have to move it?
That's a classic trope that says, "Oh no, I'm about to be attacked."
Yes.
Well, I mean, they are. Is it really going to affect anything if they know they're about to be attacked? They're already on alert because
Element
they're
of surprise.
transporting illegal goods.
Well, element of surprise. We have to assume we're outnumbered.
Yes.
That's true.
Element of surprise can easily turn the tables against a larger group.
I think to add to this, I think this is all good. But while we do the thunderclap and while we do the infestation, I should take at least a pot shot at the driver, try to incapacitate him so that they're not going to be able to drive it away.
Wait at least until the infestation is taken.
Okay, I'll do that.
Which is why I will have Robin stationed near you.
Fair enough.
Am I going to be in the tree?
You don't have to be in the tree, you just have to be close by to be aware of the signal about when he's about to shoot.
Oh, you can give me one of your bird calls. Give me your best bird call right now. Perfect. When I hear the caw, I will loose my arrow.
I can also just send Ruin up by you, so when you see a bat near your head, it's less announcing to everyone else.
Alrighty. Well, when the bat lands on my shoulder, I will loose my arrow. That sounds good.
And when that happens, Rockchild, that is the moment to cast Thunderclap as well.
Perfect. We're really good at this. We're very good.
So it could easily go awry.
No. You can't think like that. You need to think about it positively, really manifest it and put it out there.
I'm about to bring the boom.
Okay,
Boom,
okay.
to clap, clap.
Yeah, all I can think about is Kevin James's "Here Comes the Boom."
Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. All right. So I
Alright.
think it's a good setup. Let's play it out real quick. All right.
Alright,
Climb up the tree.
climb up the tree.
All right. Let's look around for some good coverage on our side, Rockchild.
There's enough. There's enough undergrowth. There's enough trunks where like you could kind of get under the shade of some of the trees and just kind of be tucked into the hanging vines and other such plants.
We don't want to necessarily be directly across from them because of the range of Thunderclap. Because that is a spell that goes a bit of a distance. So maybe we put it at an angle, just so we don't hurt our comrades.
You guys can set yourselves up a little further forward, a little further back. When they actually show up, this is me, the DM, telling you. When they actually show up, I will show you the map with them on it and let you place yourselves. Like, if you guys are planning like, all right, we're gonna be in trees, we're gonna be in foliage. You guys are planning out whether you want to be on the same side of the road, in the road, whatever you're doing.
We definitely want to be on opposite sides of the road.
Yeah, so you're gonna split across the road. One of you's in a tree. You're firing off a series of spells, all beforehand as this big ambush.
Mm.
All right, that's established. That's gonna happen.
All right.
How well things go for you after that is
Yeah.
entirely up to the dice.
I'm going to need to be within 30 feet
That's fair.
for my spell.
I as well. So I will also be a little bit closer. If anything, we can just run out of the way.
So I need to be within 5 feet, so I have to be close.
Ooh,
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
we'll work on that then. All right, I think we got our setup. I think this will be as good as it gets until we see what happens.
Alrighty, now I'm pooped. Let us go get our rooms that we definitely didn't overpay for. Let's go rest.
Sounds good.
All right, I think we're good. Ready to go
Alrighty.
back.
All right, you guys can go spend the night in the bar.
I'm gonna have a few drinks with the bartenders.
Yeah, you can spend some time drinking with the bartenders.
Rockchild, you join me?
Nah, I'm gonna head straight to bed.
Those of you who stay out later, so those of you who stay with Gareth,
I'll stay out with Gareth. Yeah.
what's your passive perceptions?
Mine
11.
13.
Okay, so
Hold on, I'm looking for mine.
Oh, okay.
if you scroll down below your skills next to your equipment,
Oh, I know where it is. I just closed out my character sheet to look at the map and didn't bring it back up. Mine's 14.
all right, 14. All right, Gareth and Robin, you two notice throughout the course of the night a very well dressed, like a little too well dressed for this joint, Harengon rabbit folk enters the bar, takes like into a booth in the back corner and begins shuffling cards. And you two, you take a little note of him at first, except as the night goes on and you're there for several hours, he doesn't lose a single hand.
I'm gonna look at Robin. Trying to see that man.
Yep.
It's
do you
this
think?
very well dressed, I'm late looking rabbit.
He's definitely a swindler.
Or he has a lucky rabbit's foot, and that's why he hasn't lost a single game.
Well, he's probably very lucky that no one stole his foot, but I don't think that that's part of it. And Robin's gonna like laugh a little bit to themselves, like thinking that they told a very funny joke. They have very dry humor.
It was very fun. That was very clever. Just, you know, let the man make his money.
Want to see what he's about?
Hmm.
Might get some useful information.
I will watch you as you try to confront the swindler
Yes.
I'm
from the
not gonna-
safety of my chair.
I'm not gonna say you have to. I'm not asking you to confront him. I'm asking you to keep an eye out on the area.
You know what? Let me be your wingman. I have a very silver tongue.
No one ever suspects the child actually being our secret weapon.
Sure. Okay. I shall go along with you
You don't have to be
and
there.
try
No, you
to
don't.
act childlike. Or
You don't-
supervise the situation. I'll let
Yes.
Rune know to keep a lookout.
This
Yes.
will be fun. This will be fun. Let's see. Let's see what.
Yes. What could possibly go wrong? I'm just throwing characters out at you, and you keep going for them. What could possibly be here?
I just want to see. I'm just curious.
All right. As you approach, he, is like, you approach at sort of a lull in the game. There's no, shall we say, customer or mark present in front of him. He's sorting through his winnings rather quickly, with probably, you gather, more anxiety than the situation warrants.
If he's in a booth, I'll sit down opposite.
And he immediately, pockets away the money, like, just like goes down his sleeve.
Looks like you've had a very good night.
You're looking to make it better, friend.
I think I am.
I'm gonna sit down next to him. What do you play?
What game would what game would you care to play tonight, gentlemen? I've played them all. Though,
Does it have to be limited to card games?
well, it is the game of cards. Though tonight's specialty is Baldur's Bones, and which is the D&D equivalent of blackjack.
I'm
I love a good
curious.
game of Baldur's Bones.
What about dice?
No dice. I just have the cards, really. The cards. Quick moving on the cards.
Quick moving.
Deal them out, shuffle them in. What say you to the cards?
Oh,
There's
what's
always room for one more hand.
what's the starting bid?
Well, I wouldn't want the game to be too rich for anyone's taste, as his eyes shift from like Caspian to Gareth and back. If we're trying to gauge how much money you guys would have.
All right, we'll start it at about half a gold piece. I'll start us for both. So one gold piece.
And he spends 5 silver out. All right, you guys want to play Baldur's Bones with this man?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. So how this is gonna work is I want both of you to roll 2d6.
Okay.
Then you will have the option to add an additional die every time until you either stop or go over 21.
Okay.
He will also be rolling. I will call out his rolls as they happen.
Should I roll now?
Yeah, you should all roll now. It's sort of all at once. All right, so Gareth start with 6. Caspian starts with 9, and the Harrigan, who introduces himself as Hopscotch, starts with 3. Harrigan is going to go for another roll. Do you guys take another card?
Yes.
I'll take another one, but I want to ask him a second. I want to ask him a question.
Sure. You can ask him as he rolls.
So where are you from? Are you an islander?
Here, there, everywhere. Island, well, I live here, but, here and where. A little bit of everywhere on the island, so to speak. Most folk like to stay in one place. I don't.
A bit of a vagabond.
I'd hardly call traveling folk vagabonds. you
Rover, then.
know. Uh, a traveler of sorts. I've seen many things in many ways. Uh, Hopscotch, he pulls out a 6 and is now at 9.
I'm gonna roll mine.
All right, yeah. Caspian is at 11 and Gareth is at 12.
After this round of cards, do I have any documentation that I am a guard?
You are not a guard.
Well,
And
do I have
you do
any
not-
documentation
you-
that indicates that I work with like Horace and the
you're-
guards?
You have documentation indicating that you have documentation indicating you're allowed to buy armor, weapons, arcane supplies, that you have a legitimate business on the Isle of Venzor. You're permitted to conduct you have a Class V consignment for armed operations, which means you are allowed to use force.
Cool. That's exactly what I need. I'm gonna pull out that form, Class V form.
Yeah, consignment for armed operations, Class V.
I'm gonna put my hand over him real quick and just tell him to like hold off on that for a second. Like, that's why I'm insinuating to him.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait then.
Yeah, it's a bit rude to start pulling forms on someone in Venzor, but it has been done.
No. I'll
want
just
more
kind of
Definitely been done.
I definitely want more information out of this guy.
yeah.
So, all right. So, I'm gonna ask him.
Next dice. Yeah, as you ask everyone, next dice roll.
All right. So I'm sitting at 12. All right. I want to ask him. I want to ask him about what's he doing here.
12. All right, so Caspian goes to 17, Gareth to 13, and Hopscotch to 10. Oh, it's late and one comes to an inn. Why not be entertained? I mean, look around you. This place has atmosphere, and that's about it.
I
One
meant
can't
more
but
about the
feel
island.
need.
I meant
Oh,
more
the-
about the island.
Well, I live here. Got quite a few friends and other such things on the island. One great big family, big happy family.
Fair enough. We're here for work.
Yeah.
I figured since you're a local, you might know some tips, maybe some places to see, places to visit, places for work.
Speaking of our work, it's been such a long day. We're going to have to report to Horace in the morning. Do you think he'll have any new assignments for us guards? I'm obviously lying.
Roll deception if you want.
Can I
unless-
roll it with
unless you're like-
advantage because I am name dropping an actual guard?
1 second, I want to check something here.
Okay.
Call out odds or evens.
Odds.
Nope, you just use the first name. There's a lot of people probably named Horace.
Okay.
He doesn't know the man you're referring to.
Okay, deception. 24.
24. Okay, versus his insight. I don't think that's gonna beat a 24, but his insight is high. No, he gets a 15. So he's like, he buys into you that you're some form of law enforcement.
All right, so I want to ask him. About perhaps he might have any leads for jobs.
He's going to say a very hurried, even for as fast talking as he has been, a very hurried no.
It's just
I kind of want to look at Robin though and see if they've picked anything up.
All right. Robin, Gareth looks at you.
Could I do like an insight check on why this man seems so hurried? Or an arcane check on the deck to see if they're like magic to win certain ways?
Roll an insight check. Let's start there. 14.
Not doing too well.
14.
Working pretty good.
This man, 14. Deck of cards. so far as this game has been played, has been perfectly legitimate.
Okay.
The him, he's not really. You believe him when he says he doesn't have work for guards. But that's about as far as you take it. He's been very quick, but you're not able to discern what is just him being anxious versus him trying to hide something.
Yeah.
All right. Robin is gonna look to him and go,
It is, yeah. Yeah, he's got some pretty good skills for for this. All right, next die.
Yeah. Before we
Yeah.
pick up our next dice, like right before, I'm just gonna turn to Gareth. I know what you mean. New jobs and such, just trying to crack down on the swindlers and the cheats. It's just so boring. So if anything, literally anything, I'd rather be doing.
I mean, we're not exactly guards in the strictest sense.
Yes, but
We're open for all types of work.
yes, but I mean that's currently what we're doing.
Coin
And
coin is coin.
Coin is coin, and I'll pull another card as I'm eyeing this to see, hoping he gets the meeting.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
gonna draw as well.
All right, he will draw again as well. All right. All right, so Gareth rolled a 5 on top of his. You had, I believe you were on 13, so now you are on 18.
Mm-hmm.
And Caspian, you rolled a 4.
Oh, I got
Right.
21 exact.
You've gotten 21 exact, so I assume you're stopping. He got a hopscotch, got a 4 as well, so he's at 14. He's had some pretty low dice. Hopscotch kind of gives you a bit of an eye, like he's not able to read you. And the look he gives is simultaneously encouraging and mistrustful. Like he's trying to decide whether or not to take the fact that I can't read you as a sign that I shouldn't trust you, or a sign that you're good enough at this type of job to keep your mouth shut. is the general rule here. My cloak falls over my face. He's gonna roll one. He's gonna roll another time.
What? All right.
I assume. Does Gareth roll? Does Gareth stop at 18?
I mean, I'm probably just gonna roll just to continue the conversation, but I'm trying to think of what else would be good to ask him. Because we've asked him who he is, where he's from, jobs specifically, anything to just gain some more about his identity.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, we have enough to report to Horace. Ask Horace about this man.
you could ask him why he seems to be in such a hurry. Why doesn't he want to stay and continue to be entertained?
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with that. I'll ask him.
Go for
All
it.
right. So a roll.
Rolls
So
for
you have quite a bit
19.
of yep. So you have quite a bit of winnings. I'm sure you're eager to get out. Yeah, I mean, dangerous men on the roads. Quite a big coin purse.
Money, money, money. You have it, you spend it, it's here, it's gone. Soon yours will be mine, and I'll be along.
You and the bartender's money at this point.
Yeah, he rolled a 3 for 17, so he's gonna roll. He's gonna have to roll again if he wants to. Split the pot with Caspian.
All right, I'll roll again as well.
All right.
You got anything, Caleb?
No, I'm at 21.
Oh no, I mean like question wise.
Yeah. No, I'm looking easy, just enjoying myself.
Yeah. All right. Can I get a perception check from Robin? And he said, Hopscotch is gonna say to you, if you really want
18.
all right, he's gonna say if you really want some work, the man to talk to about some of that, well, you'd have to find a way to meet him, and I've got some introduction, but it ain't much. And he kind of looks around. They call him the Green Devil of Everness. He's quite a character. He might have something for you. I'd ask around the company if I was looking.
All
If you're
right.
true, tell him Hopscotch sent you. All right, you roll an 18, Puck. The last card he flips. Gareth, what'd you roll?
I rolled a wait. No, the ones from the last one.
One
Sorry.
from last time, yeah.
6. I
Roll a
bust.
6. You bust. Puck, you see the last card he flips because you are sitting there paying just attention to the cards. There's nothing really to distract you. Hopscotch busts as well. But the card he flips is a 5, but it presents as a 4, tying for the winnings of the pot.
Minor illusion.
You see that. You see him pull that trick. He's very subtle about it, but you are able to pick it up with an 18 on that perception.
All right.
As he is like, of course it'd be a bit of trustworthy folk only.
Of course.
I'm gonna walk over to the table and be like,
Hopscotch.
you talk about trustworthy, and yet you cheated this game.
I fail to see what you talk about. And he begins to divide up the pot. Let's see, that's 3, 7.
And I'm gonna like throw my hand
7
like down on
across.
his hand and be like, no, you busted. Because you changed it from a 5 to a 4, right? That's what he did. 5 to a 4.
Yes, he changed the figure by 1 so that he wouldn't hit it. He rolled 22. He presented 21.
Okay, yeah. That was a 5, not 4.
I wouldn't expect
You
the
should
I
be
card.
don't
more
know where
nice
you
to
learned to
play.
count, child, but clearly you've numbered it.
I'm gonna.
Oh, as he takes his hands away from the deck, please, by all means, count. Puck, Robin, as he takes his hand off, as he's kind of like partially over the table, you see it's a 4 there.
All right, I'm gonna check it with Arcane, like an Arcane check.
Check it with Arcana.
Well,
It's
think
legitimate. Maybe you were mistaken.
I think I know.
Maybe
I
not.
know what he did.
This is a legitimate game. I don't know where you learned to count, child. But 9, 10, 14, 17, 21.
I know what I saw. They're just gonna like stick it, even though it's.
But I don't see what you know. And he takes 7 silver, and you get. He takes. Let's see. It's 1 point. So 7 silver, 5 copper to eat to you, Caleb, and 7 silver, 5 copper to Hopscotch.
Consider it my me paying you back for your buying my room.
Yes, I think I will. I'm gonna take my dagger out, and I'm just gonna stick it into the cards. Like, what a good game. Do it again sometime. Maybe get some better cards.
He's gonna pluck the dagger out and say compensation, because you just stabbed his deck.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll take it.
He's taking the dagger.
And on
Don't
that
around.
bombshell, I thank you for the game, despite now that the deck has been pierced. It was fun. Thank you for the information.
As he sort of just glares quietly at as Hopscotch, glares quietly. He's still very nervous, but not at all with you. The dagger trick did not really faze him nearly as much as whatever else seems to be on his mind. And with that, I believe it is about time for us to be calling it a night. It is almost 10 o'clock here, just short of minutes. And some of us do unfortunately have to be going, so we will be ending the stream now. We do hope that you that you enjoyed. We are going to be every Mondays at 8, so tune in next week to see where this develops. Hopefully, we should be fighting some gnome merchants.
Yay,
Nice.
combat!
Yay!
Ooh.
Can't wait to kick some gnome ass.
And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Goodbye, and